position for Jamal Murray. He too, he's excellent with the basketball. He's got to keep his turnovers low for a team that struggles with them, and he's got to make open shots.
Wiggins' float game is pure. And that ties the game at 4 apiece. Talk about Monte Morris, brings it into the front court. He's the guy that hit the game winner in a mid-February game here against Golden State in San Francisco. No double team against Joker.
It's 2 buckets. You can see what Golden State wants to do in both their motion activity and with Kavan. Be opportunistic. Make Jokic work on the defensive end.
If you can do that, that's kind of a bonus and found money. As Jeff Green knocks down the baseline 3. Jeff Green setting a playoff record for having appeared with 8 different teams in the postseason here tonight. A sage and savvy veteran gives Denver a 1-point advantage. Poole drives it on Poole pulls from deep. Lost his back. Man, interesting to see how he performs in his first postseason as Monte Morris knocks down the mid-range jump shot. Denver up 9-6, just underway.
Let's see what Jokic can do, because Looney is not a threat on the face-up in any way, so he's playing center field, and then as he gets near the free throw line, Jokic becomes more active.
Hard show by Jokic, and they blitz Clay and turn him over. Inside, Barton with the layup off the nice speed.
You're touching on Jokic's defense. He's smart, he understands angles, he knows how to leverage his strength, he's got exceptional hands, he just showed you that right there.
Denver on a 7-0 run, leading by 5. Thompson catch and shoot 3, and that is his first postseason bucket in over 2 years, a moment that is probably very cathartic for him right now. Wiggins on the closeout on Green, back out to Barton. Shot clock at 7. Jokic inside, a little short jump hook, that's light work.
So you see Will Barton doing some things for this team. It's much required. He's made 2 of 3, and he gets the assist there. An aggressive Will Barton against Jordan Poole is a good thing for the Nuggets.
Back out to Green. Clay off the pin down, and that's 2 for 2. Remember now, he finished the regular season averaging over 30 points per game in the last 5, so he's peaking at the right time.
He's getting more dangerous by the day because he's getting more comfortable.
They repost it to Joker. Working against Looney, no double team coming. And Joker with the big body bends move.
Yeah, so if you're going to play him one-on-one, he gets low post position. He buries his left shoulder into Kevon Looney, and make no mistakes, folks, that is a big, strong, smart, excellent footwork with Nikola Jokic.
Cross court, Gordon drives the closeout, and Aaron Gordon making a homecoming from nearby San Jose, California. Got about 15 family members, including his dad, watching courtside tonight.
So sprained ligament, and just recently the Warriors letting us know what was prohibiting his return was actually the pain from the bone bruise, which was not really part of the discussion early.
Backdoor pass by Green, and Clay missed the layup.
That is one of the things you must protect against. This team will hit you with a ton of backcuts. Draymond is an exceptional passer. Surprised they missed that chippy, but you've got to be disciplined and on point. And Otto Porter has checked in. So against Kevon Looney, the guy we believe is going to be MVP, Jokic, has got 6 points and 2 assists. They didn't really come with many doubles. He's made 3 or 4 shots. Warriors pull the trigger. Otto on the floor. Draymond at the 5 now.
Draymond guarding Joker on this sequence. Green left wide open from downtown, and Jeff Green has had some big playoff games in crucial situations, going back to his time with the Cavaliers. Here's Curry working against Gordon. That pass tipped out of bounds. It'll stay Warriors basketball, baseline out of bounds. Steph Curry was on an MVP pace when he was injured. They were some 41 and 16 at the time. Didn't really shoot the 3 as well he has historically. Nice feed to Wiggins for the layup off the inbound play.
keep in mind, against Denver, Stephen Curry averaged over 27 points and made 11 of 33 threes. And Michael Malone prepared all week as if he would return.
Monte Morris has been the second most productive Nugget against the Warriors this year. It was him that hit the game winner here in February against Golden State.
Well, you just pick and roll action with Gordon, who's an excellent vertical threat. You get downhill, and Will Barton, remember, he is filling in for a guy who is one of the foundational pieces at the point guard position, Jamal Murray, who's not ruled out. But what a season for Monte Morris. And I'll say this to you, you're down 2 matches.
Here's Clay. That's his 3rd three already. Malika has more.
You mentioned Jamal Murray. Jamal continues to make progress in his rehab of his ACL. Michael Malone told reporters that he leaned towards Murray being, quote, doubtful this series. But Malone told me, as you mentioned, he hasn't been ruled out, and that should be a positive sign for Denver Nuggets fans. There are physical and mental hurdles to clear, particularly because this is the building he tore his ACL in March.
That happened right down there in the paint. Murray, it's been about a year now since he's been out. Curry fouled by Monte Morris.
Feels like the pace is changing for the Golden State Warriors since they made the substitution. Only been a couple of times up and down the floor, but you're downsized, the pace should go up. And if you're Michael Malone, you're concerned. Klay Thompson has made 3 threes. And the thing about Klay, you can tell with every repetition, the movement on the defensive end, the confidence offensively, playing within the context of the offense, everything's starting to take shape for him.
That's going to be a kick ball against the Nuggets. Sideline out of bounds for Golden State. Klay felt, it looked like, Doris, in the early stage of his comeback that he was pressing a little bit. Yeah. And as he eased off, it started to come a little bit easier for him, and thus the strong finish in the last 5 games of the regular season for Thompson.
Austin Rivers basically trying to face guard Stephen Curry.
There's a dribble handoff. Green punches it.
So that's the high pocket. And if they do that in the high pocket with Draymond Green, that's trouble for Denver. Because Jokic is sort of in between space there, and that's not good.
Monte Morris rejects the screen, back out to Joker. His 3 off the mark. And it'll come back, Golden State basketball. Here's one more look at that play.
Well, so Austin Rivers working hard, face guard. You see, Jokic is giving some assistance. There's a little short roll. The dance continues. There's the high pocket pass, and Mr. Green has a free lane to the cup. That, folks, is tough to check.
The gravity of Steph Curry on display right there. Right now, Green takes a seat. Gary Payton getting ready to check into the ball game alongside the impressive rookie Bones Highland for the Nuggets. Curry has yet to attempt a field goal. They run 2 at him. It goes to Bielitsa.
Looks like they tried to zone up behind that action.
Bielitsa on the drive, goes at Joker, and that's going to be a foul against Jokic.
You see the amount of ground they're making him cover, though? You had Jokic going in a lot of different directions.
They're putting him out in space, though.
They are. And he's, Bielitsa now, who adds shooting. This may be the most shooting Golden State has ever had, but you've got Jokic guarding at 15 feet, trying to cut off a drive baseline and down. Make him work. That's Golden State's plan.
Highland picks up Curry in transition. Bielitsa to Payton inside. A little sloppy sequence here. Shot clock down to 7. Bring it into the front court. Andre Iguodala checking in during the timeout. He's guarding Joker.
Couple things here. Bones Highland, the rookie, who's been integral to the success of this team on the floor for his first playoff action. The one-footed jumper that can drive defenses, man. How about the footwork of Jokic? But Bryn Forbes is on the floor as well. They are hoping he can make some shots and loosen up the floor a little bit.
Curry still hasn't been able to get a jump shot off. 12 on the shot clock for Porter.
Great switch there by Bones Highland. Good communication from Rivers.
Here's Payton. Picked up his dribble, shot clock down to 3 for Bielitsa. Tough shot, got it! At the end of the shot clock on the 9-1-1.
He'll have his hands full on the defensive end, Mark, but he could give them some spacing on the offensive end. Good offensive player, Bielitsa. And he has got to be effective offensively. Again, he's forcing Jokic to start from the three-point line because he can make that shot. He also obviously can put it on the deck, doing his job, making Jokic work.
A couple of guys that played on the Serbian national team on several different occasions. They've been teammates.
And Boogie Cousins now on the floor. Can you survive the Jokic minutes off the floor if you're Denver?
Forbes goes inside to Cousins. Boogie with a little bully ball, but he smoked the layup.
He can't miss chippies. His play will be predicated on whether he punishes them every time he touches the ball.
Curry back to the line over Bielitsa for 3. And Green with the rebound. Jamichael.
Go back to Boogie. He missed a chippy, but that was an easy opportunity for him. I'd be looking for him again.
There's Rivers off the screen. Curry picks him up again. Bryn Forbes pulls the 3. Whistling a foul underneath. That's going to go against Bielitsa as Cousins had inside position on the rebound, and that's going to put them at the free throw line.
So, great post up. Make Bielitsa guard you. Watch the footwork of DeMarcus Cousins. He's so nicely done there.
What about the fact that Steve Kerr has already gone 10 deep in this game? Bones Highland into traffic, blocked by Porter, out of bounds. It'll stay Denver basketball with .3 on the shot clock, enough to do and execute a catch and shoot.
Yeah, watch this defense by Otto Porter. You have smart veterans. There were a lot of questions. Is Jonathan Kuminga going to play? The early part of this, turnover here because of the shot clock violation. The early part of this is you're trusting the veterans. Andre Iguodala, Bielitsa, Otto Porter, Gary Payton, obviously new to the playoffs, but still an experienced guy. So Mr. Kuminga, will we see him at some point? I expect so, but when?
Matchups. Meanwhile, Iguodala has been hampered by knee and hip injuries this year, but that's not a guy that you want to discount in the postseason. Former Finals MVP Poole. Another tough pass. Warriors caught 2 breaks on 2 potential turnovers and get 2 points.
So you're right, and lucky bounces for sure, but at what point, if you're Michael Malone, do you stay patient here, give your elite center another couple of minutes rest? You've got to stay attached. A critical juncture for Denver. I know it's early in the game. You've got to keep pace here.
Couldn't get the duck-in pass. It's tipped and out of bounds. It'll come back to the Nuggets. Good activity there by the Golden State defense, a defense that's rated number 2 in the NBA. Mike Brown, their associate head coach, running that defense. Highland off the screen, gets downhill, and that's going to be a goaltend. Bones Highland, one of the top rookies this year, and boy, out of VCU. Guy with a lot of talent, not daunted by the moment. But he was looking forward to these playoffs.
Boy, what a start defensively for Austin Rivers. He's had a number of different assignments. He's aggressive. He's physical. I mean, he has checked about everybody, Austin Rivers, and he's done a very good job.
See what the Nuggets do out of the timeout. Corner 3, Highland a little bit strong, rebounded by Payton. Jordan Poole's improvement dates back to 2020 when the Warriors weren't invited to the bubble. He got together with assistant coaches DeMarco and Coach Frazier and found any available gym that was open in the Bay Area and consumed a lot of tape to get better. Porter misfiring from deep.
Quality shot, though. Give me Andre Iguodala in the middle of the floor with options to pass. I feel pretty good about myself.
Bielitsa guarding Barton here. Corral Highland and back out to Jamichael Green, who knocks down the 3 during the break, folks. He had a very passionate and spirited discussion with Scott Foster, the officials, trying to get something straight. Knotted at 32. 2-point Warriors lead. Rivers missing the three. Iguodala with the board. Guy that Steve Kerr calls. You know, Doris, I talked about his improvement. Part of that in 2020 was calling Duncan Robinson, a former teammate of his at Michigan, knowing that Robinson did a lot of movement off the ball, playing with stars on his team. There's Cousins out front. Rivers one more to Boogie. From deep, got it.
Nice. Great delivery. So good answer, good response. Michael Malone, the patience to let your guys continue to play. Aaron Gordon set to check back in. Jokic remains seated.
Bjelica fakes the handoff. And rebounded by the Nuggets, who have an opportunity to take the lead here. Martin inside to JaMychal Green. That's going to be a foul against Poole.
Watch Jordan Poole, how fast he goes once he decides to go. He's standing up initially. I think Austin steps up, and then the back cut away from the ball. So why do we say mini Stephen Curry? Because the young man can be successful with the ball. He can be successful without the ball.
Golden State Warriors lead the league in points off of cuts, as well as points off of screens this year.
What are their assist to basket numbers right now? I mean, I feel like they've assisted on almost every single one.
They've got 14 assists on 16 field goals. Good defense by Wiggins. He's been a lockdown defender for most of the year. A whistle underneath and a foul going to go against Golden State. That's going to go against Looney. Second team foul, his first personal foul. Denver with 3 team fouls, Golden State with 2.
So we said, could Boogie Cousins punish this team around the basket? He is sprinting. It's an obvious foul call. Boogie Cousins is doing his job right now, Mark Jones.
A nice placeholder till Joker comes back. Thompson guarding Barton. The second side action by Highland. Gets to the basket and bones off glass.
Big time move. That's one of the things he was asked yesterday, Michael Malone. What do you expect from Bones? He said, I know what I want from Bones. Stay aggressive.
Tell you what, he is in much improved shape from even a couple of years ago. On the way, he sat down with Felipe Eichelberger, the team's athletic trainer and conditioning coach, and said, I want to lose weight. He subsequently did, and his career has taken a turn for the better. Working against Looney. Now the double team comes off the dribble. And Gordon with the miss. So a good defensive sequence for the Warriors. Poole has scored the last 8 for the Golden State Warriors. They keep it moving. Wiggins.
In close matchups, and again, there was no Draymond in any of the 4. They played Kevon Looney, and Wiggins has struggled tremendously from the free throw line. So it's early, but as this game marches on, you know, Denver finds itself down by a point or 2 late fourth quarter. As Michael Malone's, I said, do you employ that? Michael said it helped us win 2 games in this series. And
Yun. Diyan mo lang. Hanggang makapasok. Ay! Layo.
The final score once again 123 to 107. Golden State leads the series 1-0. For our director, Jeff Evers, our producer, Rodney Vaughn, Doris Burke, Malika Andrews, I'm Mark Jones. Folks, the party has just begun. Don't forget ABC, the home of the NBA Finals. Folks, thanks for watching the NBA playoffs on ABC. Good night and so long from San Francisco.